Well, first of all, Oran, it seems lightning does strike twice almost. I mean, we were here 12 months ago and it was a dramatic game and a dramatic finish. And similar again today. What's your feelings at this moment?
Overriding emotion is just we're delighted to be in the next round, and also in 90 minutes as well, particularly in a 3-game week coming up also. And beyond that, probably just I think the depth that we've had to dig to tonight, probably mentally more than anything else, to hang in a game, stay in a game twice. I just think it's a phenomenal effort from the players against a really good Larne side.
But I suppose that's one thing you can never doubt. Coleraine is the character, and then that sort of never say die attitude, which was on display again here.
No, and we knew what it meant to Larne tonight. We knew they'd come out of the blocks, the home side, and everything that goes with it. And for big parts of it, we were comfortable. We had a few scares as well, and then it's looking like we're going to get in 0-0 at half time, and then a silly free kick. Own goal, and all of a sudden we're up against it and it changes it. But as I said, credit to the players, because I think thankfully over the last season or few we've been involved in big games, and that big game mentality is there, where it wasn't a panic, and we're at half time, it was quite calculated, and the key thing was that we hang in the game, that it was a cup match, not a league match, that as much as equaliser did come on 55 minutes or whatever else, we can easily go to 70, 75, 80 minutes, we'll take that and we'll go to extra time. And it was more just to try and ensure that mentality was throughout everybody, that we had a huge amount of stake and a huge amount to play for. And again, credit to the players, because I just think the way they went about their business from the very first whistle in the second half was fantastic, and a great to be in the next round.
I suppose lifting themselves once to get level, and then having to do it again so soon afterwards, that's very key as well.
Yeah, I think away from home on a Friday night lights and a game like this on TV, to go behind once and probably get that question asked is hard enough. I was probably more worried about the second goal, because I think when you have that euphoria of equalising and you think we're on the front foot here, we get hit with another sucker punch, you're then worrying, do we have another push here, or do we have another jump? And again, big credit to the players. We've kept going, and we get our rewards.
He must have made a superlative of time for Skinner. He just keeps going and gets his rewards.
He does, and it was such a tough game. It was crazy, and I've never probably managed a game like it in my life, where I had probably all 3 substitutions made before the game was made. We knew Oran Kearney wouldn't last the game. I knew Skinner and Aaron Jarvis didn't have 90 or 120 in the tank, and sadly you're going into that game with a game plan nearly to try and get to half time, and then a game plan to try and maybe go and win it in the second half, because Skinner had no more than probably 45 in him. Aaron Jarvis played too much in the cup final, we've eased him back into it last week, but again probably 45 was the maximum we wanted to hit into him. But again, you can't afford to wait another week. It's Irish Cup quarter-finals. It's a massive night under lights, and with that it's just horses for courses, and we had to go about it a different way, and thankfully we've been able to get there.
And I just thinking it's 4 Irish Cup semi-finals in a row for the club. It's a fantastic record, but I'm sure you'll be saying only counts if you go on and win it.
No, we don't look past that, and again, and I said it to the players pre-game, that yes, some of them pocketed an Irish Cup final a couple of years ago, some of them pocketed a League Cup final a few weeks ago. But I just said to them, don't content yourself, and never content yourself. Winky's got something like 9 Irish Cups, 8 leagues and 7 League Cups. He's 27 odd medals or something, and I said that's just greed and hunger, and what I want is the exact same from our players. Don't dare settle on the fact that you've won a League Cup, or even that you won an Irish Cup, which is now a few years ago, and we're not that worried about the past, and the key thing now is to go and show that level of commitment again, to go and want more and more and more.
And it's a big finish the season, obviously back in action again on Tuesday night. I'm sure the boys will be buzzing to get at it again.
Yeah, I hope so. And again, probably the other benefit of playing on the Friday night is that we get that extra night's rest as well, with Glenavon not playing tomorrow. So it's important now that we recharge the batteries. And I suppose shelve this again. Yes, the draw's tomorrow, and we look forward to being in the hat and see what that brings. But again, we'll shelve this now for another month, and we've crack on now with a massive game against Glenavon on Tuesday night.
Go ahead, Steve.
I was going to say, it's a case of approaching every game now like it's a cup final, because it is so key in the running.
It is, and we've probably for the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks, that's probably been what we've been saying, that we're down to that stage of the season now where there's no gimmies, or there's no weeks where it's a rest or whatever else, and that it is probably 9-10 cup finals that are left, and for us now we've just got to hit everyone as hard as we can and try and accumulate as many points as we can.
Oran, I think obviously the papers last week reported Chris Johns could be in the move away from the club to Anfield in the summer, and the fans have been sort of on the case all week. Is it happening? Won't it happen? What's your take on the situation?
No, at this point in time, Chris is a Coleraine player, and it's quite, I suppose it's complex in relation to what the future will look like, but for us, as I say, that's all the stuff for me to deal with off the pitch and everything else. And I thought Chris was exceptional tonight. And moving forward, there's still a lot of work to go there to see what happens. Chris, there's 2 or 3 different pathways that Chris possibly could be looking at this point in time, with one of them still possibly being staying at Coleraine. So again, as I say, I have a great trust in Chris. I have a great relationship with Chris and his father. And at this point in time, as I say, it's work in progress, like it is with other players. But it's not something that we publicise, not something that we go shouting about, because the big picture is what happens out there. And at this point in time, Chris has had a fantastic month. He's had a fantastic season, like he always has, under myself, and that's all I want for the next 9 or 10 games, and we look after the rest of it as in due course.